global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headlines reads, finally, Governor Scholar Buhari insists cash transfers to Nigeria. See details. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we do like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day. The Nigerian Governors Forum, that's NGF, has demanded that President Muhammadu Buhari government suspend all state deductions and restructure all debt services due to the coronavirus crisis. The body also urged the federal government to initiate fiscal measures to safeguard the liquidity of each state government. The demands were contained in a communique on Friday signed by the NGF chairman and Ekiti Governor Kayode Fayemi. It was released after the second COVID-19 teleconference meeting the governors held with the Minister of Finance Zainab Ahmed and Minister of Humanitarian Affairs Hajiya Farouq. They probably discussed palliatives to support vulnerable households nationwide, as many were no longer making any more income. True talk. The communique disclosed that governors further discussed the legality of lockdowns in states. It read in part, Forum called for urgent fiscal measures to safeguard the liquidity of the state government, including and the acceleration of agreement to suspend all state deductions and restructure all debt services on federal government and CBA-owned debt. Members also received a stimulus, as members should also receive stimulus incentive from federal government to support vulnerable households across the state to cope with the expected loss of income and livelihood in the coming months. The governors expressed commitment to lead the effort through state focal persons in charge of social protection to ensure that palliatives, including food and cash transfers to Nigeria and Nigerians. Members also discussed the legality or otherwise of the lockdown in all the states around the country, and also resolved to maintain the status quo until the chairman and governor of Ekiti State resolve the matter with the Presidential Committee on COVID-19. The communique added that the lockdown had provided an avenue to send essential food items to citizens. Alright, that's the news. On Thursday, ASU, as the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU faulted Buhari and governors for locking down the states without provision of basic amenities amid this COVID-19 outbreak. ASU have also reacted over this, but let's just summary what they're trying to say is, before now, there's this bailout funds that was given to the government, the federal government gives state government in the last dispensation. This Buhari dispensation is actually a borrow dispensation. What they do is to borrow. That's all they do. I've not seen anything. All I just hear is they borrow. In fact, I don't know if, as we are speaking now, if they've not borrowed into 2025. I'm sure they must have borrowed into that, because as we are now, I don't know how the level of debt on average Nigeria is having. So in the last dispensation, towards the end, they borrowed money. They called the bailout fund. They gave it to states, all the states, almost the 36 states of the federation. I think for Lagos State was exempted because it was almost self-sufficient. But subsequently, they also had some other funds. CBN also gave them money. They were screaming and shouting that the money in their coffers is too small. The state is not generating money like the way it ought to. Crude oil and all this allocation from federal government is not so much. They need to pay salaries, and coupled with the fact that then they were clamoring for 30,000 minimum wage, that even overhead running cost of the state was too high, so they had to give them bailout from CBN, also give them money. Now this dispensation now agreed that this, as in this 2020, they now agree that they will start repayment. So what they do is, whatever they want to give you, or whatever is your allocation for the state, they deduct it from source. So the government now, the state government are now saying, please, this is COVID-19 crisis. We can't even do fiscal policies, as in what do you mean by tax payments, it's internally generated revenue that through tax and the rest. That the shops are no more working. Right now, we're trying to reduce the level of pressure, financial pressure on Nigerians. So please, we can't even generate income on our part, and we still need to keep the state running and all that. So they're saying, they're telling the federal government, please, the repayment schedule, please, you need to restructure it. We can't pay, you can't be removing from source. And besides, please stop. Now they now had to have this they had this meeting, and they were stylishly telling the humanitarian Farouq, Hajiya Farouq, that look, forget this whole idea of saying you're giving 5,000 by hand and all that. Give us more. Are we not the world chief custodian of our state? If you want to give federal state government, Lagos state government, don't be saying you want to come and give someone for 5,000. Stop it. We are custodian our state. Pay it into our state coffers. There's a lockdown. It's even good now that there's a lockdown. We can buy provisions, and we are in a better position as the chief security officer of our state to be able to send to our needs, send to the needs of send the monies or the funds or food items, as the case may be, to Nigerians in our state. We know how to reach them better and faster than you are. You are one, Farouq, you only one. You will go to Jigawa, you will go to Abuja, only you will have your team, and you will also come to Lagos, only you. It will be slow before you get to the whole Nigerian and that 36 states. If it will even be up to that, I'm sure it's the only 9 states you're having in mind. We already have stylishly mentioned 3, So even before you get to the 9 states, people would have died finish. Maybe at the end of the day, by the time you go to somebody's house, they say, that person, he has passed on. Hunger finished him. There was no food. So to make it faster, since there's a lockdown, so that, one of the greatest sickness in the world is not even COVID-19, it's hunger, poverty. That you see displayed by that time is anger. Hunger brings anger. Anger brings violence. You can't lock down a hungry man. Everything will come out, talent to ideas, all manner will come out, either good or bad, but to showcase. So the only way you can keep a restive youth is to ensure that they are engaged. How do you make them engaged? Ensure that anything that has to do with food and consumption is well taken care of. Doesn't take anything. If they have the individual donation, share lie mama say he has not received any one cover from the fiscal individual donation. That's a news for another day anyway. But for the now, they are saying, don't begin to say you want to give us the money. Nigerians need this money at this lockdown. Say a lot of guys who hustle, a lot of Nigerians who are doing hustling job do not have monies. Since they can't go out anymore, that means they are now in danger. They are vulnerable, and you can't keep them locked down. And hunger is murmuring them, wiring them. They can't keep. They say, look, one thing we just hear this statement: something will kill a man. Last, it is not COVID-19. They will go out there and they will endanger every other person. They are now saying, Farouq, yes, it's a humanitarian sector, but this time around, we may be in a better position to do this. Transfer all the funds within your reach. With all the states you have a mark to give it to the federal state governors. Let them know how to. But we all know these things. Even the state governments, how are we so sure that you even reach to the masses? That in Nigeria, we have issues with integrity. Okay, let's assume that they give it to the state government. How would they now channel it? Then they will now give it to commissioners. As the thing is coming to the state governors coffers, about 30%. He'll take like 50%. No, he'll take like 60% of the money. The 40% is for the states. Now 40% is going to empower, is going to tell maybe the commissioner of whatever in his cabinet to be the one to distribute it. Now this commissioner of whatever that is going to use to distribute it, he will bring his brothers and sisters. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. And you bring my people from my village. Tell my people from my village to apply. We'll start from my village. Then my village, my clan people will register like 6 times. So before you know it, even his own hometown, his clan people, his family people will take like 10% of the remaining 40%. Is now remaining 30. Then he will take the remaining 30. That 30 now, 10% will go to his community. Then the rest, they will now handpick people here and there. Have you not seen how corrupt we are? I don't know if Nigeria is redeemable, but that's just the problem we have. Integrity is the problem. If you say Farouq is just busy using by hand, and nobody can audit her, because if she goes down and withdraw, that's another bad thing. If it was by transfer, we can always, towards the end of the day, give us a schedule. How did you transfer? Which of the account did you transfer it to? How many accounts did you transfer it to? How much did you transfer to the account? How many times did you transfer that amount to one account? That way we can fish out those who collected 15 times per one, or we can also fish out those who didn't collect at all, and you can fish out those who they claim collected but never collected, because you print it out from the statement of account and you will see it to be clear. By the time you do bank reconciliation, you do your bank reconciliation statement, you will see the whole truth. It will come out. But in a situation where there's nothing like that, there's no transfer, nothing, she withdraws by her hand and she's not choking. So one cameraman is not filming and she's can manage the heap of money she puts in Ghana and she's moving for 5,000. She can stay there and say, day alone, she gave out 1 billion. She can just stand there and claim, and you can't trace it. You just enter you're like cup that they poured inside ocean. You will not see the money. To just die there. How can you begin to look for the water you poured inside the ocean that is filled with water, and you just put one cup? How will you begin to look for it? It's very difficult to find. Have you seen how all of them are using brain to do all these things? Nigerians, they are suffering, and some of this money they are eating is blood money. They will all pay for it. People give out money so that Nigerians will stop suffering. You use mago ben. You collect the money by crook or and you come and be using English. You using press media. They were able to supervise the payment. It was going well. And you deep within, you know that some have gone into some wonderful pockets. You will pay. It's blood money. It has become blood money. For every Nigerian that died because of money, it is you, your blood, your generation will pay for it. It's not a cause. It's normal. Because right now, Nigerians are crying for food. There's a lockdown. You say they shouldn't go out to hustle. And they have stopped hustling. And they're telling you, bring the money. You're telling them that we are going state by state. There's some people that will not receive. Fine. The state government are now saying, please, the situation is very dire. We are in dire situations now. Nigerians need to be taken care of. Now, give us the money. If it's meant for our state, give us the money as state governors. We know how to reach out to our people. Mago Ben has started. That's what Nigerians are basically saying. But when Nigerians are taking to their handle to real, just take about just 2 or 3. Because of time, take 2 or 3 so that you hear what Nigerians are generally saying over this. This one here is saying that please help us, to beg federal government to help. It's a federal government, please we Nigerians need this cash to survive. Please, this period of lockdown, please, can you imagine this young man begging that you should please send it? So I say, how can this palliative go round, and what are the parameters to be used? Nigerians are asking, how are you going to make it go round? Governors, how are you going to do this? Please help. That's why I say, make who tell federal government of Nigeria to provide for her citizens. Which can't thing be this now? As in, is asking the federal government, the governors, are you telling the federal government? Are you telling us to tell federal government? Which one? Who is? What's going on? What is going on? Why are you all playing us like ball? But that's the news. That's you can only take 3 comments here. Let's go to our comment section. What do you think about the federal government, the state governors asking the federal government to let the monies be made available to them so that they can reach out to